and on we'll go through the wastelands.
Hey guys, Alex here, AG Automotive, and we're still up in Bundaberg, Queensland. It's beautiful weather by the water, and here today we've got a 2001 Toyota Prado. So let's check it out. So at the front here, you can see you've got the Toyota badge straight ahead. You've got a black grille. In front of that, you've got these two big spotlights as well as a big bull bar. You've also got the big square headlights and driving lights, and then the wraparound indicators they had back then. And this one has a UHF aerial as well. So what are your thoughts on the Prado? Have you got one of these? Have you got a newer model or even an older model? Let me know in the comments. So the wheels on the Prado are 16-inch wheels, and they're silver, and as you can see they've got quite a bit of wear on this one. You've also got the side steps there, and you can see the mouldings that go over the wheels and along the bottom of the car, I guess, to give it that protection, and I think it looks a little bit nicer. Now up here, you can see we've got a bar on the roof. We've got two solar panels there, and there's also an awning there as well. And you can see there you've got 3400 V6 quad cam. So around the back here, you've got the spare wheel with the cover on. It says Land Cruiser Prado there. Further down, your brake lights, reverse lights and everything. And then you've got the genuine Toyota tow bar that can tow up to 2.5 tons. Now there you go, you can see you've got the King's awning on the side there. All right, let's have a look inside. So inside the Prado. Now, first impressions, you know what, it's reasonably like premium for back then in 2001, but it does have a lot of hard plastic. So hard plastics all over the dash, the top of the dash, round the stereo there. Even the door trims aren't that soft. And even the center armrest, again, quite hard plastics and hard plastics around the gear selector. But they are wearing quite well for something that is 22 years old. So to the right of the steering wheel, you do have your mirror control there. You've got illumination and you've got your on-off for the spotlights. Steering wheel, this has had a cover put on it, but it is wearing quite well and it's quite nice to hold. And then you've got your little cruise control onto the bottom right there. And behind the steering wheel, you've got your indicator and headlight on the right stalk, and the wiper control on the left stalk. Now, straight in front of me, you do get analog speedo and analog tacho, and then you've got your fuel and your hot and cold, and then you've got a little button there that goes through the two trip computers or back to the odometer. So we'll come over to the media screen. Now this one's been changed from the original to an Alpine unit. You do get CD player, you've also got auxiliary and USB, and you get AM, FM, and you also get Bluetooth for a mobile phone. Under that you do have your air conditioning controls, very basic and easy to use. To the right of that you do have a gauge that says sub on it, that's your sub fuel tank, as the Prado has two fuel tanks totaling 159 litres. You get your hazard light switch under there, and you also get your up and down controls for the aerial. Now further down from there you do have two 12-volt plugs, and you do have an ashtray in the middle there as well, along with an enormous or generous amount of storage space underneath there. And then you've got your gear selector, 4-speed auto, you've got your power button and your second start as well. And to the left of that, your four-wheel drive Engage gear, which you can have high, high, low, neutral, or low, low, and it comes up on the dash. You've got some holders for some coins there, and you've got a couple of cup holders down there, and then you've got the armrest. Now that opens up to reveal some pocket space, or you can open it right up and you get a bit more pocket space down in there. And the seats. Now these have covers on them. They're only cloth trim seats normally, and they do feel very comfortable and good for long trips. And the glove box, you have your service books in there, and you should be able to fit an iPad or so in there as well. You do get a grab handle just above that. That's pretty cool. And this car has also been fitted with a mapping and reverse camera screen, which does help a lot with this car. Alright, let's go and have a look in the back. So in the back of the Prado. Now, first impressions is, it's pretty roomy back here. Now, I'm 6'1", 185 centimetres, and if you have a look, I've got a bit of headroom. Knee room's also really good. Leg room, foot room is also pretty good as well. Now, for the rear passengers, there are ISOFIX spots, and they are behind these seats. For the rear passengers, you do get mat pockets or iPad pockets in both. Other than that, you get an ashtray, and that's about all you get. There's no fans, no USBs, no 12-volt plugs, anything like that. Alright, let's go and have a look in the boot. So in the boot of the Prado, now there's a fair bit of room there. You can see on either side you've got the third row, which you can engage, but without them it's got a fairly sizable boot, as you can see, and this one gets used as pretty much like a farm truck. It's filled with all bibs and bobs. It also is set up for camping as well, so you do get an inverter and a second battery there also. To put the rear seats down, and like that, and there you go, your rear seats are down. Very, very easy to set up, and then packing it away is just as easy. Give yourself a lot more room. Alright, let's go and have a look under the bonnet. So under the bonnet of the Prado. So here we have a 3.4 litre V6 petrol engine, and it produces 132 kilowatts of power and 303 newton meters of torque. And that's mated to a 4-speed automatic driving all four wheels. Now, Toyota claims the Prado uses around about 15 litres per 100 kilometres. All right, let's go for a drive. All right, let's go for a drive in the Prado, so let's go. So vision out the front is really good both sides. The rear vision mirror is high up, and rear vision is actually really good. You get width and depth of view, so very, very good. Now vision out the sides, again, really good all the way to the back, even where the rear seats are folded up. And the mirrors are big enough and wide enough to have a good field of view out of them. So just cruising along about 60 k's, and now listening to the road noise. It's actually pretty quiet in here. Now I know you can hear some rattles and creaks, but it is 23 years old, so I mean you've got to give it that. So the 3.4 litre goes really, really nicely. I actually used to drive one just like this. My mum had one just like this from new in 97, and I drove around, and I loved this car. I thought it was one of the best four-wheel drives I've driven. And we just moved up to 80 k's now, and again it's very nice and quiet. And the 3.4, even though this particular one's done over 460,000 kilometres, it doesn't miss a beat. It still goes really, really well. And if we jump up to 100, still has no problem. Pulls like a train. So what's the acceleration like 0 to 100? Well, let's find out. Actually gets up alright for the 3.4 litre. It still gets up and goes really well with that many kilometers. For 23 years old, this thing still goes very, very well today. And let me know in the comments, have you got one with this many kilometers? Have you got one that's gone further or not as far? And what have you done to yours? What modifications has yours got on it? Alright guys, thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll look forward to seeing you on the next one. Alright, thanks guys.